Good morning from Bembridge. As you can see, I've got to set up the tripod on this wall. This is convenient. I'm not a big fan of getting all the legs out, etc. Not on a cold morning like this morning. Does your hands in. So this is an ideal setup. I'm here to watch the sunrise. The sun might not appear because there's a bank of cloud on the horizon. So it might not appear straight away, but I'm hoping maybe to get a bit of good light. But then it looks, as you can see, absolutely cloudless. So almost sunrise. Beautiful. I'll just give you a quick tour of this gentle morning scene. Not a soul, which is fantastic. Look, going back this way, not even any swimmers in this morning, remarkably enough. Well, not here anyway. Bet there are somewhere. There's the Lifeboat Station. You can see the tide is pretty much all the way in. The sky beginning to get a bit more pink over there to the, I guess it's almost east. I suppose it's the 8th of March. So another couple of weeks before the equinox, which I guess the sun will rise pretty much due east. So there you are. Now quite a few ships moored off here, off Bembridge, and I'll show you some houses a bit later on. You walk along this seawall and the houses with their gardens, absolutely fantastic. Very desirable locations and properties here. And there's something fairly unusual. I don't know if you can see it in the distance, but we've got a contrail and a plane going. Hopefully, fingers crossed, travel will resume fairly quickly. Right, I'm going to take some photographs. Obviously, for tough hard work like this, you do need coffee. Right, bit of starburst. School's back today in England. Look at that, the way the light's catching the water. That's really nice. Right, so you can see the daffodils are still out. In fact, they're not looking really bedraggled at all. They're still pretty good. In the houses, there you are. These houses have magnificent views of the sunrises. Perfect position, really. Got the Union Jack there. It's looking a little bit the worse for wear, as it is subjected to sea weather and sea winds, and we have had actually some strong winds from the east and the northeast and the southeast recently. It's a little bit unusual, of course. In the UK, the prevailing winds are from the southwest, so to get easterly, oh god, there's a gym and a cannon in that one. That looks a nice house. Don't mess with me. Cannon and a mine. So there you go. Well prepared for fend off any trouble. And another nice house with a couple of nice balconies there, looking out over the sea. Yeah, lovely. And then a bit less grand, we've got these colourful beach huts. Less grand, but again in a lovely position here. And a fantastic position to watch the sunrise, as you can see. Right, the sun continues to make its way. So, I hope you'll join me at the windmill. So just before I left, I was trying to get a bit of a starburst through this wave sculpture. A time capsule has been buried which includes contents from the Bembridge Heritage Centre and Bembridge Parish Council and a photo catalogue, A Moment of Time. Right, so there you go. Wave sculpture. Sun continues to rise. Right, very good. Don't know what year it was made. Oh, 2018-19 says on the information board here. 2018, brilliant. So I've just driven a short distance around, sort of through the Fallens bit of Bembridge, and now I'm heading towards the windmill there. Another sort of iconic landmark here on the Isle of Wight, the only windmill that's left. It's a National Trust property. There you are, morning. And again, I thought the sun needed to be a bit higher in the sky than for the lifeboat station, but if it's not too bright, I will try and get a starburst kind of looking east, kind of over the windmill, maybe trying to get the sun kind of on top of it, but we'll see. It might be too bright now. I might have to come back another day before the sun gets quite so high. Still relatively early, so I'm hopeful. Last time I came here there were some really scary looking sheep in this field. All of them were looking at me as if they were about to as if they really didn't like my presence, but today they're not here, thank God. Right, through the gate. Right, now I think you can see my idea, so let's follow the shadow. We're still quite low in the sky. If I get to the, kind of go down the hill a little bit. What a gorgeous morning. Oh, hopefully I've taken some quite nice ones there. I was trying to get the lens flare, the green dot, away, so I didn't really, compositionally I might have to crop that, but just look at this, the frost on the ground, the stillness of the air. There's Culver Down and the Yarborough Monument. Coming round, we've got Bembridge Airport. Looking towards Brading, the village, and Brading Down, and then in the far distance across the marshes you can just see, well I can just see, I don't know if you can, Ashy Sea Market on Ashy Down. Oh, absolutely gorgeous. So it's glorious being out. I seem to have this whole field to myself, probably not surprisingly because it's still quite early, but worth getting up for, very much worth getting up for. Absolutely nice, gorgeous. Right, let's take a few more shots. Just been messing around with the shutter speed a little bit. I'm trying to get the windmill silhouetted and having the starburst or the sunburst behind it. So hopefully that might have come out quite well. Right, I'm just wondering if there's one other destination I can move to this morning. Maybe take some pictures of Bembridge Harbour before the sun gets too high. But you can see, oh, this is just so nice. Okay, so I've just tried one with the sun through the blades. I think it might be getting a bit too high now in the sky to do much more of that. So let's go to Bembridge Harbour, see how the light is looking there. Right, there's my bag. Let's move on. Right, so my final destination this morning for a few photographs. It's so still, the tide's in, looking absolutely stunning. That cold sort of slightly eerie mist that will burn off, I'm sure, very quickly, but it's giving this area such a beautiful kind of feel to it this morning, if a little chilly. Right, so I'm just going to take one or two shots of the harbour, some of the boats, and then I'm going to go and get another cup of coffee to warm up a bit, because my hands are cold. The brief period in the car kind of warmed up a little bit. Here we are. I'll just show you this bench. Look, and well, you can see the frost there on the ground, and you certainly see the frost on this bench, which I would have been tempted to sit on and take a few pictures if the frost wasn't on it. Right, there you are. They've got some nice reflections, so I might try and capture some of those. So my final destination of the morning, you can see it's beautiful. The sun, giving that glow. There's still a slight mist on the water. Very, very still. Beautiful. So, I'm going to finish off this morning just taking a few photographs from this bridge. Such a beautifully still morning. Look at this frost on the bridge as well. Frost here on the handrail. A little bit of mist on the water. Birds just making their way to wherever they're going, but looking very picturesque. So yesterday morning, it was a similar sort of morning, and I went to St Helens and I took a few pictures of the old church by the beach and of St Helens Common, and I will put those on the end of the video. So it just remains to be said, thank you for joining me, and I will see you on the next one.